We are here today to announce that the Justice Department has secured felony guilty pleas from the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance.
Actually, it's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Largest virtual.
Binance.
Binance. And let me be clear. It's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1 billion, 300 million, trillion market cap. Let's fucking go, crackheads.
What is going on? Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another week to the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee here locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have to talk about some very interesting stuff. Bitcoin conference is over. The week starts with a new big green price action for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trying to break out, sitting at the moment at 69,660, and obviously it wants to break out to the upside. There are a couple of very bullish things that have been said, so we're going to recap everything that we did not discuss already in the previous video about the Bitcoin conference, and we are going to look at some metrics that are also extremely bullish for the entire crypto market. We are going to watch the altcoin market, look at the altcoin market. We are going to touch also on the Bitforex situation and see if we can add anything meaningful there. And obviously we're going to talk, as always, about Ecomi and Veve, so make sure to stay tuned all the way through. So, good morning to all of you. Let's have a big sip of coffee before we jump in, and also for you guys, smash up the like button if you haven't yet, very important for the stream, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Make number go up just here, you see. And I see a lot of people already in the chat, and actually this is the first time, this is history. Troy Paris, hello PH from San Diego, with a $20 donation into the stream. This is history. This has never happened before. Someone already starting the stream off with a donation, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. Don't know where I'm going to ape this into, but I really appreciate the donation. So also here, Trucking Hank, good morning, Marais Hodler, and Philippe B, also Marais Hodler. Good morning to you guys, and Justin bringing the coffee pepe or something like that. That's at least what I interpret here. By the way, Troy, you have special emojis because of being a rare hodler. So there's also Bitcoin emoji in case you Bitcoin emoji and whatnot. Hide the pain hodler and many others. So that's definitely happening. But guys, again, smash up the like button. 10 people here. Let's start with this, with the meta, with the stream, and let's look at Bitcoin here together. So we see Bitcoin is exactly where we said it would be going, right? I mean, it took a while with some corrections here, but the upper end of the channel is now the big overhead resistance, also explaining why every high is a little bit lower. And as we speak, Bitcoin is trying to get through it, so we should keep an eye on it through the stream. Oh, hey, Justin, welcome to the Rare Hodler fam, Justin. Much appreciated. And yeah, now you also have the the special emojis. Yeah, welcome to the fam. Next stream also you're going to, I think you're number 40. I think you have the mint number 40 on the intro screen. So a nice clean mint, I think. Yeah, nice. Welcome to the fam. So as we see here, Bitcoin wants to push through. Not sure if it will happen already today, because that would be actually big. I mean, this resistance is going on since March 24. So this is really like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th time that we are trying to get through this resistance technically. So yeah, that would be very bullish. Okay, so let's see what's going on. So first of all, we had the man himself coming to the conference to launch some rockets, and we hopeful he has been let's say from everything that like he had announced with breaking the internet and so on, that was not the case. But also because many people were so bullish before, it's obviously that then you cannot have everything that has been speculated, right? But let's see. I'm going to show just a recap of Trump, because you know what happens when you play like I don't know, like 5 videos of him or so. Then you can forget all your monetization and whatever. Anyways, so Justin found the smork, the word. I love it when these things are used. Anyways, on day 1, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman. Probably the most bullish thing that he said. And now this is more a catalyst for the altcoins than actually for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was safe anyways. But this also makes this catalyst now an election catalyst, right? Because if people want to have Gary Gensler fired, they have to vote for him, right? So, or at least hope that if you're outside of the US, at least hope that this happens, right? And then create a US government strategic national Bitcoin stockpile if elected. This is the second bullish thing. I think that the people wanted to hear what Kennedy said, that how much Bitcoin he intends to have in the strategic reserve. So this was something that also where people were like, yeah, okay, we knew this before, because everyone speculated before. But it's a bullish thing. Again, this is the Bitcoin catalyst for the election, I would say. And US government will keep 100% of the Bitcoin it owns. I mean, everyone was expecting that already if US government is creating a Bitcoin stockpile. So that is that. Then he said that Bitcoin is going to the moon, never sell your Bitcoin, yada yada, everything that you need to say on such a conference. And Bitcoin will one day probably surpass the market cap of gold. So that would be, if that happens, it would be a rough 10x from here. He says he reaffirms pledge to commute Ross Ulbricht's sentence. So Ross Ulbricht, Ulbricht would be the German name, so to say, so a German spoken name. He did it, like he created the Silk Road that where like he's in prison since 10 years or so. It's like was a marketplace and people were doing all kinds of illegal stuff on it. But anyways, there will never be a CBDC while he's president of the United States. So this is also something that people wanted to hear on the conference. Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before, blah. Bitcoin is not threatening the dollar. The current US government is threatening the dollar. Okay, so I think this is absolutely true. I think the dollar in itself, as well as no fiat currency is technically threatened by Bitcoin. It's just giving people a means to avoid debasement for a part of what they are making. But as long as the volatility is high, there's not really a reason to, for example, receive your salary in Bitcoin. Imagine you receive your salary in Bitcoin like the day before the bear market starts, and then all your salary that you piled on is going minus 70%. That doesn't make any sense, right? So at the moment, Bitcoin is more like a store of value where you can avoid debasement. It's in some countries it makes sense to even use it as payment, but not yet in the US nor in Europe. So this is definitely something where I think he's very right on, and that also means that they found a middle way to endorse Bitcoin without basically questioning the dollar, right? Justin says the badges make me feel like I'm in a video game. Yeah, it's cool, right? Actually, you are in a video game. It's like which hodler is getting rich first. That's a video game. Donald Pump? Yeah, absolutely, Donald Pump. Hey, Energy, what's going on? How is your bag doing? Bag of comics. I saw you have been buying like crazy. Anyways, and then Bitcoin stands for freedom, sovereignty, and independence from government coercion and control. I think that is at least partially true, right? And because I mean, Bitcoin gives you the opportunity to move freely with your assets, right? I think that is one way to put it. And also to, as I said before, to avoid debasement of certainty. I mean, maybe there are other means like Bitcoin, but none have been performing so well, right? So that is for sure bullish. And then in the end, I pledged to the Bitcoin community that the day I take oath of office, Biden and Harris anti-crypto crusade will be over. And that is interesting, right? Because this is exactly the stance, and the Democrats, they know that this is the stance. So look at this. The Democrats, they filed a letter to the DNC asking the party to pivot away from the anti-Bitcoin policies of Elizabeth Warren. This is likely in response to the polling data, the GOP pro-Bitcoin policies, and President Trump speaking at the Bitcoin conference. And this is interesting, right? So now one candidate is strong with Bitcoin narrative. It forces the others to adopt the narrative to take away of his vote. So there might be people that have Bitcoin stacks that don't even like Trump, right? But they now want Trump to win because he's the only one who endorses Bitcoin besides Kennedy, right? And they can still go and vote for Kennedy, but probably they're like, we want, I mean, someone with a real chance in office. I think there's only those two, right? And now they're in favor of him. But now if the Democrats would pivot, really pivot, like believably pivot, then they might get some votes back because of that, right? So this is interesting. We're not going to read all the letter, but if you go to this Pure Rochard, he has this letter posted, so you can read through all of this. And then also in the outside, like outside of the US, it's also making waves. Like Hong Kong lawmaker Johnny Ng reacts to Trump's speech at the Bitcoin conference, saying, regarding Bitcoin becoming an official financial reserve for a country or region, I think this is worth considering. So now Hong Kong is looking at this as well. And this is exactly what I meant. The moment that this is executed, there is no chance around it anymore. The moment this is executed, all these other countries will fall in line and build also this Bitcoin stockpile, right? And the US is sitting on bigger reserves already from the seized Bitcoin. But there are countries that have no Bitcoin at all, like Germany now. So they would have to then decide, and probably that takes them another year. Maybe there's only like a couple of countries now in this bull run that will officially do this, and only a couple more companies that will officially announce it will be sufficient to send it to the moon, like to bring Bitcoin to its maximum high of, I don't know, maybe 150, 200K. But then really when they are going to stack is the next bear market. That will be the next stacking. And there's, like, with all this game theory playing out, there's really no sense for most entities, including states, have no interest in communicating this right now, because if they would send the price to the moon, and then they would have to buy so much more expensive. But and also companies, right? So this means stacking in silence is the best way to do it for them, because either you can hold the price longer at this price at the moment and have retail getting bored and sell, Or you wait for the next bear market and hope that you can still get into prices that are sub 100k, right? So this must be the speculation. But the problem is, this is also something that BlackRock and VanEck said at the Bitcoin conference. It takes a very long time to get the legislation and company policies for large companies into place, and also to align with the stockholders, because like if you're driven by stockholders, you need a board. You need not only a board decision, you need a stockholder assembly decision to put Bitcoin in balance sheets, right? So, and I think in the future, more and more companies that like the stockholders will vote in favor of something like that. Let's see here. The crowd laughed when he said he'd fire Gensler. Obviously. I mean, we have basically suffered a full-blown bear market just because of the things that Gensler did, and we like people have lost their funds because of that. That is Justin says in the hodler metrics. There is no such thing as a hodler metrics, right? There's no such thing. We are the Nebuchadnezzar that is flying through the machine world and looking from the outside into the simulation, deciphering exactly what is going on. That is what we are, right? So if any video game, we are we play like Enter the Matrix. We are dodging all the bullets here, all the bullets. Energy is 18 days to level 100. Damn. Okay, so I hope you reserved a hat at Mr. MC1's, right? Troy slipped back to a diamond 1 at the con, so did not get the master pin. Oh damn, that is like, what happened? Did so many people buy stuff that you got deranked? Good morning from Texas. Good morning to Texas from Chago Solis. Yeah, so there you go. So also this year, Cynthia Lummis announced the legislation for the strategic Bitcoin reserve. Maybe we can quickly listen to it. I didn't really listen to the full thing, so it's going to be new for me as well. Let's see what she's saying.
Here it is. This is the Bitcoin Reserve Bill. I'm reading from the text. In the Senate of the United States, to establish a Bitcoin strategic reserve, a network of secure storage vaults, purchase program, and other programs to ensure the transparent management of Bitcoin holdings of the federal government.
Okay, now we heard it live. Nothing more than yes, she's going to, like, this is the proposal for establishing the stockpile, right? So yeah, it actually happened. Someone said, "Oh my God, it actually happened." Yeah, exactly. So this is good. And then also this one here. So a lot of politicians, you see how. What was the word? How Bitcoin is politicized. I think I learned this. I think this is the correct word. How Bitcoin is politicized. So Louisiana governor wants his state to have a strategic reserve as well. So not only the US, the federation, but also each state having their own strategic reserve. And I think in this sense, it is very similar in many countries. You see the full potential here. So within every nation you have states, and sometimes these states have their own finances, right? Just like we saw it here in Germany, where Saxony sold off 50,000 Bitcoin because they have their own finances, their own police organization, their own rules, and blah, blah, blah. So there are 16 states in Germany that technically also could buy Bitcoin. There are 50 states in the US that technically can do the same, and they all have pension funds, if I'm informed correctly. So they all have pension funds, and then there are private pension funds and whatnot. So they all could ape into that. So maybe maybe there's also like the whole thing with game theory, like someone does something and to not lose competitive advantage or drop out of the game, you basically have to do the same. Like game theory, you remember the like the example that is always taught in macroeconomics, I think it is, when like you have two prisoners and one is to rat out the other, and you offer one a deal, and then the other one thinks that you are doing this, and then they accept the deal and so on, right? So this game is currently being played on a macro scale in the entire world, between states, between large entities, funds, but also within countries, between different states, between different political parties, and so on. So there's a lot to come still in the next, I would say, 20 years or so, because this takes time, right? But now we are seeing the beginning. It's not, this is now where you could say you're living in the moment of history where Bitcoin officially enters the political roadmap and is not going away anymore for it, right? So before, it has been politicized in terms of that Gary Gensler basically tried to deem it illegal and whatnot, but yeah, I think that ship has sailed a long time ago with the Bitcoin ETFs and with companies bringing it onto their balance sheets and officialize it. Andrew Dunlap says, still going to be difficult to pass that bill in the US, but hopefully they do. It's something like that with pensions. Yeah. It will be difficult, and if it doesn't pass, also not the problem, because it will pass then 4 years later probably. Because you always have to see, like, there's something dropped. This is let's put it that way. This is a strategy that the other side, the evil side, so to say, not even this, like, the evil side, they do it in this way as well, right? They know something is highly unpopular, so they drop it into the masses, and then it creates an outcry. But with that outcry, it's basically now in the arena of discussion at the populace, right? And they can test the water. Then they say, oh no, we didn't want to do this. Actually, this wasn't meant like that. Then they withdraw it. And then in a couple of years, they come with it again, or in a couple of months, they come with it again and see if the outcry is still the same, right? So, for example, we saw this right now in the European Union with the registry of assets, like of wealth and assets. So this is a precursor to taking things away from people, right? So to register, to create a big fat register of what everyone owns as private person. So they kind of dropped this, and then they left the door open to say, yeah, actually it wasn't meant like that. Obviously no one wants to create a database of the wealth of people and so on, right? So this is the strategy that they always do. So sometimes it really is good to pay close attention to this strategy. And it's with everything that a whole population would never accept on the first try. Never. But they try to pass it in the long run. It's like these allergy things where you desensitize, or how it is, like reduce the sensitivity by exposing people to the same poison time and time again until they are like immune, right? So this is basically what they are doing. This is the strategy, and let's say if you say they, like, there are many players on the field that try to do this, but there is definitely like, let's say, a bigger political complex that really loves the strategy. Just pay close attention. Pro Legendary Sub Boys, we turned from Hide the Pain Hodl into PogChamp. Yeah, in 2 weeks' time. LFG. Absolutely, we did. We're bullish. I think we're bullish. Let's see how Bitcoin is doing. So Bitcoin's still at the same level here, but Bitcoin on the monthly, guys, Bitcoin is forming a hammer. But we are not through yet here with our stuff. So here's also something that is interesting, and this is data from Arkham Intelligence, reveals that Mt. Gox is still holding over 80,000 Bitcoin valued at approximately 5.37 billion. So this is good because it means that they will distribute a little bit more. They have already distributed a ton, but they will distribute a little bit more. So only this is now very close to what Germany had. So really nothing to worry about anymore. Like if 20,000 Bitcoin are already gone and we still went up, then hey, okay, let's move 1 month sideways and get rid of this Bitcoin, right? But long term, the factors are in our favor. Short term, there's always this FUD, but long term, we still have to receive the $16 billion stimulus from FTX, like to all of the people that lost money into and funds in FTX, right? This is still coming. That stimmy distribution is still coming. The rate cuts are coming this week. There is a Fed press conference. Let's see here. By the way, if you're using TradingView on a regular basis, you can see this here down below. You see this little icons, and then you have here the Fed press conference is on the 31st of July, and this Fed press conference obviously important for price action, but we also expect that there's no rate cut just yet. If there was an unexpected rate cut already in August, then this would obviously send the price, probably very likely send the price. Yeah, that is happening, but the Mt. Gox sell-off is already like a drop on a hot stone. Nothing too crazy. I don't even know if you can say that in English, by the way. I just translated whatever German phrase to say. But anyways, here BlackRock bought 11,291 Bitcoin last week, and with that they bought like 5 times or so what has been mined. Only 2,250 Bitcoin mined per week. So they bought 11,200. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. It's almost 6x what has been mined. It's only BlackRock. No other inflow considered. Only BlackRock. So overall, this now let's look at this. This is also what you see on the thumbnail. By the way, smash up the like button if you enjoy these little things here. These little talks about what is going on in the world. You see this here. This only happened 3 times in Bitcoin's history. Only 3 times. The other one is here way back, like in the inception. But here the last 2 times really important. Look at what happens like at the time of the cross. Look at what happens. So this is the golden cross for the total market cap. It looks like Bitcoin, but it's the total market cap for all crypto. In 2016 and 2020, basically the last phase of the bull run that lasts almost a year is starting at this cross. And the cross has now just happened, and we are moving upwards. We just don't see it really yet, because this is also when we went past this all-time high here, right? It's absolutely repeating itself. See this little bump? Just imagine that all of this price action didn't occur in 2020, and you're just looking at the little blip upwards. It also doesn't look that big, right? It doesn't. But you will see afterwards, like this is probably our last chance to get any meaningful bags of anything, right? In this run with this cross. I think maybe the whole August may be still sideways or something like that, because these crosses on these macro scales, they just impact later, yeah, like it takes time. Yeah, and also here you see it, right? Also here, this is where we are in our run at the moment. So the updated version. We're about 90, almost 100 days in since the halving, and this is completely normal to be at. Look at this. So our performance since the halving is exactly in line with everything that it should be. But from here, we are definitely going higher, right? From here, we are going higher, and from here, we only have short-term FUD and long-term bullishness in front of us. And you see exactly, this is something where I say, we want to go 500 days from halving, about there and thereabout. We want to go out of our like trade positions, right? The long-term hodl, okay, fine, but 500 days, look at this, here's the 500-day mark, and here's the top, and in this cycle it was a little bit earlier, right? But we can expect 500 days from halving, there and thereabout is a very good time to take some profits, right? And this is Bitcoin, so maybe give some more time to the altcoins, and this is paired, like the 500 days, we will pair this with our Bitcoin dominance, which is also the biggest important, let me refresh here, the biggest, most important indicator for if we're there or not. And we see already like the altcoins, they have a hard time to keep up with Bitcoin. And look at that, for example, the weekly now closed at the highest weekly close that we had in this cycle. So here we had a wick higher than this, but the weekly did, like, Bitcoin dominance did pump. Look at that. Bitcoin dominance actually pumped on the weekly basis. This is crazy. And I think with Bitcoin starting a rally, it will pump even more. Now, altcoins are having a little bit of a party. We will see this in a second. On a small blip, imagine, like we have, look at this. We will look at it right now. This is the altcoins. By the way, AO's pumping like crazy. I know exactly why, because Alex Becker brought a video yesterday that's one of his favorite coins. So maybe you want to you want to wait on a retracement or so before jumping into this one. But overall, like the top 100, they are super green. Top 200, also look at this. Desync is another one that Alex Becker highlighted, also up 45% on his video, right? So definitely recommended to have a little cool off. But all altcoins are green on this, right? All altcoins are green on this. On this little red blip, imagine what happens if we collapse in a waterfall style, how the altcoin market will look like. If we have something like this happening. I drew it out here how it could look, and if once this happens, everyone here is going to be pretty wealthy if they only have some altcoin bags, right? So this definitely will give you a big boost in your portfolio. Let's see here, AI and gaming, which niche do you think will perform better? Probably gaming, because like from now on, probably gaming, because like AI as a general, it is already performing good, whereas gaming has been pumping and now it's back to like almost where it started out. So I think from the perspective of going in right now, gaming probably has like more potential for multiples, but AI will be one of the craziest narratives. I completely agree on this one. And I think together, like the third niche that is going to perform insanely good is RWA. So the whole Larry Fink tokenization topic and so on will be pretty big. I think VeChain is big in this, Chainlink is big in this from the bigger caps, but there are a lot of other RWA plays that are still at $100 million dollar market cap and so on. So definitely something to consider at least. And also what probably is going to be pretty good is what I'm looking at, but I still didn't buy it, is CDFI, for example, like launch pads, because there will be, throughout this bull run, they will launch a lot of coins. Like every launch pad will probably perform really good because everyone wants to launch new projects and coins. This is only happening right now, right? Yeah, Palm is pumping. ENCS low market cap, low supply. Cardano privacy coin could have a lot of potential to the upside. Yeah, and if Cardano starts a move or something like that, comes out with something bullish, I think things on Cardano could also do well. I think there is a big fam in the Cardano sphere. I'm not so big on Cardano, but like if someone knows Cardano landscape, then you can make probably some money on there. Good morning, hodler fam. Mewtwo is here. What is going on? So, with that said, so this is the bullish outlook for that with the Bitcoin dominance. I was about to look at something, but I forgot what it was. That happens sometimes. But let's look also at the altcoin market, how the altcoin market is playing in this channel, because now they are just playing catch up. So you see this. the altcoin markets have just started to realize that, like, we have this bounce here. They just started to realize this is nothing. Look at like, this feels already good, right? You see the altcoins a little bit green, but look at that. That is nothing. Like, the altcoins, if they only go back to where they were, is like a 50% move. And as I said before, we are moving to the upside of this channel. If we break it, like this move here, at some point it will have to break either to the upside or the downside. At the moment, it looks like we are going to challenge the upside. This is already pretty good. Yeah, someone's spamming the chat here. Okay, thanks for that. One more time and I will time you out if I can. Okay. Let me quickly go here and have this. Yeah, let's time you out for 30 minutes. Ciao. Okay. Anyways, that happened. Now it's still here on my live chat. So you guys have to pump the live chat now a little bit so that this Jasmine spam is going away. But Justin chimes in, okay, or you're just pumping the Jasmine a little bit. That is fine. But if you spam the chat like 5 times like this, I unfortunately have to time you out. Sorry for that. But that cannot obviously cannot happen in a normal crypto discussion, right? Okay, so this is what we're looking at. So altcoins still have so much room to grow. And if you look at the weekly, for example, then you see, okay, yes, the coins that have just been pumped by Alex Becker, yes, they are green on the week, but look at everything else. Like, for example, here, Blur, minus 10% on the week. Look at the top 100 also. Like, nothing, it's not like the weekly is completely green or so. But Celestia, minus 20%. Optimism still minus 10%, Core, Starknet, Avalanche minus 12%. So even in the top 100 there are some deals going on. Also here a little bit lower, like look at that, why the fuck, like you see it's still shit roulette, right? People are still gambling their money on meme coins, and that's absolutely fine. Like if you're a meme coin trader, that's absolutely fine. Just keep in mind that at some point, these meme coins, some of these, they will just lose to others, and they will lose attention, and they will lose community. But there is a lot of stuff, like even like if you want to buy meme coins, here is minus 10% APU, minus 15% COG INU, and so on. But I personally, I'm looking out for like more. So for example, here Pal AI is a pretty good project and is minus 5%. Why? Because Alex Becker said he's not in Pal, but he still said he is, like, this project is good, right? So you have stuff like that flying in the market that is playing this fiddle of the AI narrative or gaming narrative, like where is the gaming here? Illuvium, for example, down 15%. So there's enough deals in the markets to still buy a little bit. No, I don't think COG is dead. I just think that the music will stop playing and everyone has to find a seat at some point, right? But COG I think it pumped the other week. It's just consolidating here a little bit. So this doesn't mean that it's necessarily dead. And also what you see here, for example, is, for example, here's like one of these political meme coins, like the MAGA coin, and it's down 20%. Why? Because there's like seldom news on the Bitcoin conference. Now the MAGA meme will have to wait until the next thing, like elections or whatever, like next presidential debate, if there's one. I think there will be a debate, like Trump and Harris, right? So see the back and forth between Foster and ODB on X. Yeah, I saw it. We will discuss a little bit, but it's very complex, right? We'll just quickly highlight what it is. Omi to the moon, says Felipe. Let's see also Omi. How it is actually, unfortunately, not on the moon yet, not even close. Now here you have the Ecomi chart. So we are trying to get back above this resistance. We are currently at 0005, so that is obviously better than the place that we had here. But buyers are still having a hard time to push the price up this level. Let me quickly refresh because I can't draw. So buyers have a hard time to push the price up here. Also because I think that just the Bitcoin conference was overtuning everything else that is happening. Pro Legendary says, what other catalyst can pump OMI? The OMI to NFT news did nothing towards the chart. Yeah, because so the OMI to NFT news did nothing for the chart for good reason, because it was announced, but everyone was already more or less expecting it, right? That this would come. So it was only another small pump and then sell the news. What needs to happen is, so we have this here, right? OMI to NFT, it has to be implemented, and then it has to show that it can burn significant amounts of OMI, right? I think this is what needs to be happening. Like OMI to NFT has to be implemented, and then people have to use it. It has to be provable. We saw some good videos on Twitter. Maybe we can look at it in a second. We already saw some good videos about showing how easy it actually is to buy OMI on Stacker through this wallet, right? So that is good if it's easy. However, I think where people are hesitant is that they're looking at it from this perspective, like retail mom and pop guys. They go into the app or into the Veve app. They look for some nice collectibles. They find out about this Ecomi, but you cannot buy this Ecomi on the app. So you have to go like make a Stacker account, right? So there are necessary steps between that maybe not everyone will do. Like, I mean, I am already a pretty lazy piece of, and so I have a Stacker account, but I think there will be many people like that probably will not do that, which makes people a little bit like more hesitant, right? So yeah, I think that what is the next catalyst? I think there would be, I think catalysts need to be like Web3 focused, right? And there will be more burns. We heard already there will be more burns announced, and I think I stick with this. That these 4 factors they need to be implemented, with catering to Web3 community as one of the biggest factors to bring momentum back and make OMI great again, right? So definitely happening. Foster just commented again. Okay. We will look at it in a second. Is ODB old? No, it's OMI Daily Burn. By the way, I thought that it was not OMI Daily Burn. I thought that the discussion was with Crypto Bro and OMI Watcher. I think it was with OMI Watcher. OMI Watcher is posting false information all the time. Same thing with the post that Stacker is unsecure. I posted something about it. Now he blocked. I saw your post, and I think it's not good, because I mean, look at that. He blocked you. I don't think that this is good, because I mean, we are constantly like letting these people talk, having these people on timeline, look at their concerns, take the FUD onto this channel and discuss it, right? And imagine I would block someone for just posting their opinion on Twitter or something like that. They would be, a patient hodler is blocking, this is why, I don't know, and since he has been on Oxier, and so, no, it's just like, if you want an open discussion, you also have to let the other side have their opinion without just blocking away every opinion that you don't like just because you don't have any arguments against it, right? I mean, I saw your post, Philippe. I think it was good. I think it was very constructive. I think there were no insults in it and so on. So yeah, that is going on. By the way, just quickly, because we said we would touch on this, the Bitforex is still very slow. Someone commented that they have received their funds, but most people didn't receive their Bitforex funds. So they had posted 2 days ago, "Dear Bitforex users, we are currently processing high volume of withdrawal requests and need additional time to verify account details and other necessary verification." And this is very important. Like, imagine someone would just go in and like a hacker or so and start withdrawing stuff. They would not even notice it. So they have to be very careful that they don't get scammed or so. Here, we kindly ask you for your patience during this period. Thank you for understanding and support. So for the Bitforex stuff, I think at the moment you have to wait, and it can take days apparently to get this done, right? So this, I think this is just for me a recommendation, because it would take too long to read through all of this. But it's a recommendation to read and judge for yourself. Like Omi Watcher had accused, and we showed this, by the way, like for everyone, like Omi Watcher, if you see this, Crypto Bro, I don't know, was it Crypto Bro? No, it was Omi Watcher. It was Omi Watcher who banned you. Crypto Bro not. Crypto Bro is putting out some solid content on crypto as well, and doesn't usually block people, I think. But Omi Watcher, if you see this, we did show your post on this channel and said, oh, look, this might have happened. Consider that this has happened. Also, I found it a little bit suspicious, so I agreed here. But you also then have to allow that we are looking at this, so everyone can read like the analysis from Foster, where he's going to, like, he looked at Arkham, at different exchanges, whatnot, and looked and made some theories about how much Omi would have been moved and where this volume spike comes from and so on. So because like the problem with this is here, what Omi Watcher put out is you have an accusation, a really big one, like insider trading, but you really don't. You see the big volume spike a day before the announcement, which is suspicious, yes, but you make an accusation, but you really can't back it up with evidence. This is a problem, right? So now Trucking Hank says he's going back and forth with Omi Daily Burn, probably with Omi Watcher, right? But I'm not quite sure. Let's see the replies. So let's see, a little bit of popcorn and gossip also has to happen, right? And then we'll look at the other stuff around Ecomi and Veve. But this is what interests people now. Yeah, pretty serious allegations made here. That is true. So we see some answers here. Anyone states whatever they want these days. Welcome to the internet. I like to think that I already addressed this CG discrepancy, but I've gone ahead and thrown in picture up again for reference. So yeah, there's the discrepancies between CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. That's for every coin. That's always the case. And I'll get to Dirk Late and Pro Legendary. I get to you in a second. Let me just quickly look at this. So some bots are there to provide liquidity and they don't pay fees. Some actually get rebates of the other people's fees to do it. I've seen zero evidence presented to support bots being used or even why someone would in this scenario, but I acknowledge that what you say. I think this is what Omi Daily Burn says is the independent from Ecomi. It's just many exchanges, they have bots that give you this like these small trades that on like in the order book on the buy and sell side there's always like some small liquidity so that you have a smoother price action and generates volume at the same time. So obviously they don't pay fees, because if both bots are from the same exchange, it's just left pocket and right pocket. So this always happens. If you go to some exchanges like whatever, like MaxC, for example, you see these bots trading to each other all the time in the order book. You can see how there's always like a small order popping up exactly to close this price gap also. Yeah, Bitforex sell-off is also a possibility, but that would be very clear because I think the Bitforex Omi wallet is known, like the wallet address is known. So yeah, that is happening. Let's see. In all fairness, Foster works on the Ecomi side of things, so I wouldn't want to impose that he spends time on collectibles and comics. Okay, so I don't know where this is coming from, but yeah, it seems that Foster is having some big discussions here. Maybe we have to go. The time is too limited today to read like everything of what Foster says. Let's go a little bit. Let's go a little bit into, and you can read this up for yourself. So there's no need for me to read here this on this, or if you want me, let me know, right? But we only have like 10 minutes or so. So Dirklate asks, what's your 1 year OMI price prediction from now? This is very difficult to answer because it depends also on the alt season when it starts, and also how much I think Bitcoin will go pump into the end of this year, maybe early next year. So I think that crypto will move with it. I would say that the most bullish that I see is that OMI tries to challenge this resistance, right? This would be the most bullish that I can see, and this would be 15x or so. But the other side is like that OMI has been, not by tokens in circulation, but OMI has been pretty hard diluted by other whales selling off. So now people have way bigger bags with way lower average, and people are just they will be already hardly in profit, so they will start selling off like on the way to this, and here we will have massive sell-offs, right? So I would say bull case is end of year at this price level, somewhere at 0007 or 0006 something. And the medium case for me, I would be happy if we would see OMI at like 0003 or something like that end of year, and the bear case scenarios that we are still like creeping around this bottom. Yeah, that's the bear case scenario. But I can definitely see OMI back to these levels here. This definitely would be possible. And OMI can move very quickly. So OMI can move very quickly. It's no questions asked. If they execute some nice little bullish things, then OMI can, like some unexpected things. The problem is that every time they already basically say what they're going to do, when they actually do it, it's not a surprise anymore. They really have to shut up and just launch something unexpected. Yeah. Yo, Gaming Evolved, what is going on? Hello, all OMI homies. Pro Legendary asks, do we think OMI to go past all-time high? I think if we get the big alt season, that's absolutely possible, because OMI passing all-time high would be a 20x, and that would bring OMI to, yeah, like 25x. That would bring OMI to like 2.6 billion or so. That's not too shabby. Like, let's say OMI goes to 3 billion. That would now, at this current state, it would be somewhere in the top, like lower top 50, in the lower end of the top 50. But if you consider that they are like the top 50 is very likely to do a 5 to 10x, it would be still somewhere even outside the top 100 probably, maybe inside the top 100. And I think that OMI at least belongs into the top 100. So I think there is a possibility to challenge and exceed all-time high, but we need a very strong narrative to this. But I think NFTs, I think NFTs will go hard. NFTs will go hard once again, and the quality ones will go hard once again. And I think they need, like, if they can bring something like something like self-custody and something that is more attractive to Web3 community, then I think it can go hard. Did you get a grenade? No, because I wasn't there. I don't know. Can I, like, how do you get the grenade if you weren't there? Is it possible? I don't think so. I think you had to go there, or at least I didn't see if I think you had to go there and show your logo, right? Unfortunately, I was not there. Robert Van S says, because the 20 billion coming on the market, I expect price will go a bit lower. If 20 billion come on the market, then the price will go like you will find the price down here at quadruple zeros, right? If that happens, I will load up. Yeah, if that happens, I will wait and then load up something. But it's not guaranteed that Bitforex will sell off. There could also be like they opened for people to extract. It could also be that they want to they do some legislation and I don't know what, and they reopen the exchange in a couple of months. That could also happen, and then they will probably hold on to their assets and sell it later in the market. Some who weren't there got it. Oh, okay. Then I have to see how I can get it, right? I will have to see. So maybe I will have to ask my collectibles. Who do you think I have to ask for this? Some who weren't there got it. Then I want it as well. Then I want the grenade as well. Yeah, I probably you can redeem it later on if there's another European event. I think you can in retro, like you can get this as well. But the grenade is cool. The golden grenade is really cool. Energy says didn't get anything too. So I will ask. I will shoot a message to. Like I will ask my collectibles or Mr. MC1 or someone if there's any chance that we like gold logo holders get this grenade even though we weren't there. That would be cool, right? It shows what why am I not able to withdraw money? It shows just auditing. So we did just show this, but I will show it again. So you see here, like they say they need time to verify account details for each transaction. So it takes time. 25% progress is what most people see. I saw one comment on YouTube that they got their money out. But here I think there's no other way than trying to get your stuff out and be patient. They will probably like verify that no malicious actors are extracting money, as I said before. So Bitforex is cautious here probably, and it like I mean if you compare this to Mt. Gox or whatever, like people waited years to get their stuff back. Even if you have to wait 2 weeks for your transaction to get verified, you are still super fine. Like you are extremely lucky that this happened, right? I mean, these guys, they could have been detained by the Chinese authorities for years and you wouldn't see anything, right? So I think there's only one way, and you just have to try to get your assets. And if it's pending on 25%, it is what it is, right? It's still better chances now than it was a couple of weeks when we didn't even know what was going on. So yeah, Pro Legendary says we need Trump to buy Veve NFTs for US Reserve. Yeah, or even better, we need BlackRock to set up a Veve NFT ETF. We just have to. What we need to do is we need to find a way to gift some NFTs to like some Veve Collectibles to Larry Fink before he becomes Secretary of Treasury, right? Trucking Hank says I'm at 25% too. Yeah, I think this is like we need to be some patient hodlers here at the moment to see how this is going. But I'm rooting for every one of you, and actually I'm very happy that this is happening for all you guys that have lost some, or not lost, but some OMI stuck in there. And I really want to know the moment that you guys get your funds back. I want to know about it. Also, you could say like maybe. Listen, this exchange was not super small. Like there are millions of people probably trying to get their stuff out. And it's not only Ecomi, right? There are people that have Solana on there. And maybe they go like, oh, Bitcoin first, right? They distribute the Bitcoin first to the people. And then they go to Ethereum. And then they go to Solana. And then they go to Cardano. And then they go to whatever. Like, I don't know. To a lot of... different coins, and maybe then they process the Ecomi. Like if this is sequential, or they go from like alphabetic from every account one by one, they have to check the details. This probably they are not using AI to check the details. So yeah, it can take a long time to get this done. But I mean, they have to, otherwise they will have so many lawsuits up their ass that this is crazy. Yeah, okay, so let's see also Veve. Like Veve, if you look for Veve, is a lot of San Diego Comic-Con. And what is a little bit sad is that San Diego Comic-Con basically went in like together with Nashville Bitcoin Crypto Conference. So all eyes were on all these politicians on Bitcoin, because as I said, it's Bitcoin season. No one cares about this stuff. So only the crazy hodlers, they were with their eyes glued on what is going on here. We see, by the way, the high quality collectibles. We see the Marvel booth. Actually, very interesting also was that now this time Veve was not together with Marvel. Veve was their own thing. Now you could argue that this is a bad thing, but considering that Marvel is like launching a couple of drops every day on Veve, I don't think this is something like Veve doesn't have to go every time with Marvel, especially also because probably if you want to launch like other comic providers and other brands like on San Diego Comic-Con, like the Addiction comic, for example, you cannot do that on the Marvel booth. Like if you're on the Marvel booth, you are restricted to Marvel, right? I mean, they have the policies, but if you want to attract also other comic companies to launch on your app, you have to do your own thing. And I think this is the right way to do. And so I saw a couple of people like, Veve is not even anymore on the Marvel booth. I think this is the reason. Like Veve needs to become their own thing. It's like if an exchange would commit to only one coin, right? So there are a lot of things going on. Like Zero Ghost, for example, here. Zero Ghost. This is not a Marvel comic, right? This is and they wouldn't be able to do this here. If it wasn't for their own exchange. Yeah, so this is happening. People got some of this. Like Wes here. Wes has a good day today. He's happy. The other day he was saying that AI is not going to lead to anything, but it's fine. Like we all love our Wes here. By the way, there's also coming the first appearance of Spider-Verse. And look at that, it has one of these. I don't know if this is this a Scotty Young? It looks Scotty Youngish. So I know that Energy is getting ready for 1st of August already to get this thing, like minting crazy. Let's see what the numbers are on this comic here. Yeah, 5,000 editions, only 250 of this ultra rare. Where's the ultra? Actually, that's the rare. So it's 500 editions. So actually there's a chance to also just buy this on secondary because it's the rare. It should be probably cheaper to do that than to mint until you get it. But who knows? Yeah, it's a Scotty Young, and it looks pretty cool. So it's even the spider pig is here, and all these like the spider variants. So that looks cool. But on that note, guys, for today, that's it. Smash up the like button. Let me know in the comments below what's going on. Also, by the way, I have not checked, but subscribe to Captain Veve if you haven't yet, because we need to get him to 1,000 subs. I haven't checked if he is already there. And guys, wherever you are on the world, have a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. I catch you in the next live stream Crypto Morning Coffee, hopefully tomorrow, and also stay tuned for